Kingz are here.
You think the bitches are great because you're fucking seasonal, nigga? You can't be seasonal. Niggas got this shit's 24 hours a day.
Kingz. You're listening to the Kingz Podcast with your hosts, Karizmatik, Irish O'Neal, and Ani Moush.
I would like to welcome you to another installment of the Kingz Podcast. I am yours truly, Karizmatik.
What's up? It's Irish O'Neal.
Ani Moush.
And today we got the beautiful Dr.
Carl. What up, guys?
Xie. Up in this bitch, man. That's my partner in crime right there. Rush Hour 5, Too Tall. We shooting that shit. We got this shit.
You know, that's fucking hilarious.
I mean, I can't pretend like I wouldn't watch that movie.
Yo, it'd be
Too
hilarious.
tall.
It'd be hilarious, yo. Half the scenes would be like cars we can't get into and shit. Yo, do you fit? Nah, I don't fit, man.
That's that shit that you need a convertible.
I mean,
That top down.
it doesn't help if your knees don't fit.
Yeah, but like at
See,
least
small people trying to help me
can go
fit
up.
and shit, yo. Like,
You know
don't
what? That's
teach me
my short person ignorance.
exactly. She don't get it. She
I don't
understand
get
the
it.
It's a
struggle,
short
man.
privilege.
I'll never know. This is all I'm growing.
Exactly.
You know, when I do have heels on, I could take them off. I don't know shit.
You understand? I can never take my kneecaps off.
You do plugs,
It's different.
please.
Let's do it.
Drop that.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, so I don't
What's
want to start,
happening?
man.
No,
so
it'll start. I'll give it a little love. Come on, baby.
Oh. I'm your boy, Karizmatik. You can catch me at Karizmatik IPE on Facebook, Karizmatik_ME on IG and Twitter. You can catch me on your mom. And book me, man. We're looking for some more stuff to do. Corona's trying to get rid of Corona at this moment, you know, kick it out of this country and shit. But as things open back up, you know, we need shit to do. You know, I'm out here slinging jokes. So book me.
Ani_Moush on Instagram and Twitter. Check out my Etsy page by Moush at by_Moush on Instagram. Anything that I make this month of June that's currently on my Etsy page is going to Black Lives Matter. So check that shit out. I'm taking custom orders as well. And check out the Kingz Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah. Carl, what do you got to plug, sir?
I got nothing as well. I'm just here for the free weed. And, don't find me on Facebook, right?
Tell him, Carl. Fuck these people. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all, man.
He's here to serve some medicine like the good doctor should.
Hell the fuck yeah, man.
Oh my god. Guys, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Irish O'Neal. You can check me out on the SDC podcast. We're going live after this with the great Gerby Laguerre and Rick Harkness. Should be a fucking fun episode. You can check out my boy Overtime Offense. Also check me out on this podcast every Sunday and Thursday. Midlife ISIS on Saturdays. Check out all the other podcasts that we're producing, guys. All the trash stuff with Vaden. Sam Buck's got a new podcast called
Fucked up.
It'll be really
Fucked
fun.
up. I know that's what I said.
That was a big seller. I was like, I like that title.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. I feel like there's other shit, but yeah, just follow my social media and stuff, guys. And if you need a code to if you want to
Lloyd's
subscribe,
doing a thing.
Oh yeah, Lloyd Legacy Sharp's gonna start doing something on Sundays. That's gonna be great. And so yeah, guys, follow that shit. If you want a gas digital code or you need phone or pill codes or any of that kind of shit, we got all kinds of hookups now.
SDR. Get your first shipment for $5. Everything else for free.
Yup, $5.
Yeah.
That's
We had to plug something racist.
Of course. I
Just
mean,
to
I gotta
show
slide
that,
one
you
in.
know.
You have to be the balance
That's
that you
really-
want to see in the universe.
Just the root. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I'm just being
Oh
silly.
my god! All right, let's get into the principles.
I
Shall we?
wake up with a king mentality.
All right, so we just gonna speed through this one today.
Yeah.
It's having him back. He already understands them, and I know you all do. So I think we're gonna start off with confidence. I think I'll start this one off.
Oh, you take all three. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, let's
Give
do
us
it.
the speed run.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
Spark Notes
first
version.
is confidence. If you're not, you know, confident in what you're putting out there, if you're not putting it out like a salesman and you know delivering that product, you know what I'm saying? You know, acting
that
like you
package.
know, you gotta act like you want to fuck you. If you don't want to fuck you, who gonna want to fuck you? You know what I'm saying? You gotta act like whatever they throwing back at you ain't gonna phase your boy. Okay, ain't gonna phase your boy. Okay. Next, you're gonna have to have your honesty, okay? Your honesty. That's how they say it out in the New Jersey area. Okay, they say honesty, okay?
I don't think that's how they say
that
it.
went on a wild ride. There was like the first syllable was super Jersey, and then you ended Australian.
Honesty. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Honesty, mate.
Honestly. Like, I don't know, my New Jersey ends up in Australia. You're right, though. You're right.
I may see you down on the Jersey Shore, I will.
Oh, I turned into a pirate right there. I don't even like, fuck it. Are all Australians pirates?
No.
Anyway,
No, but they're all criminals.
Our second one would have to be honesty. I mean, if you're not being out with what you want and telling people what to expect from you, how can you expect to be accepted? How can you expect for these ladies to take you into their life and be like, look, this is my man. I know what he about. He likes his haircut every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? He likes croutons on his salad and shit. He likes that crunchy shit.
He
You know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
like tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't know why people be doing this a lot, but like I be catching that. So like, if you ain't putting that out, there's nothing for them to accept. You know what I mean? And lastly, and I think very, very importantly, it might be one of the most important. Actually, no, it's confidence. But being fucking socially intelligent is one of the biggest tools you can have in your quiver because that makes you appealing to everybody. Okay. Yo, I'm hitting words today. I'm hitting them like syllables and cheeks. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting them like cheeks. You know what I'm saying? I smack that cheek. But yeah, social intelligence, knowing when to smack the cheek, is always a good time. You smack it in between stroke 2 and 3, okay? In between. I'm sorry.
Not for nothing. That is a great way to phrase social
Out
intelligence.
of how
Knowing
many?
when to
4?
smack the sheet.
Huh?
Out of how many? 4?
No, I'm just talking. Every 3 strokes in between 2 and 3, you smack it real quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to go 1, 2, 3. You know, smack. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you have rhythm, you go on 2 and 4, not 1 and 3.
Thank you. White boys, learn this. I know in China it's probably different. Y'all got different music and shit. You know what I'm saying?
China is 1 is free.
See, there you go. You see what I'm saying? You gotta use that feng shui on that booty when you get up.
Wow.
I see you guys.
Excuse me, sir. It's wax on, wax off.
Fuck you. Is Victoria's Secret and the ancient Chinese secret the same thing?
What?
I just want to
What?
know. It's a question I have, man.
What did you even
Are
ask?
Victoria's Secret and the ancient Chinese secret the same thing? All these people with their secrets, I want to know.
That sounds like a trash conspiracy.
Nobody tells black people anything. I just want to know. I just want to know what the fuck is Victoria's Secret, man? It's the ancient Chinese secret.
Isn't it that it's a male designer? I'm pretty sure that's the secret.
Is that? If that's the case, I love
Dog,
that guy.
I swear to God, don't come here.
I mean, not for
Did
nothing.
you never look that up?
That makes complete sense because who's gonna know what guys want more than guys?
No. That's why there's so many gay designers. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's why Victoria's Secret's not that great of a company. They're not comfortable. They don't really form to like
They
the
look
female
nice,
form. Yeah, I mean, but it's not. It's for that demographic. It's not for like the everyday fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get it off you. We don't really care.
Exactly.
If it fits well.
So I feel like we got caught up talking about Victoria's Secret. If you had to go to Victoria's Secret, what would be what you would get for your girl in your life?
Wow.
Sexy underwear.
That's not good. You don't know the names.
Wow.
I'm disappointed a little bit. I just needed to know.
What?
Do you guys watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show every year?
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you ask a guy, that's what you're gonna get.
I don't know why.
That's the honest
Carl was
answer.
like, yes.
I love it.
I think you see, like,
But that's the number one company objectifying women.
I mean, women are just beautiful. It's hard not, like, it's really hard not to, because, like,
isn't that the standard? Like, people set like the standard like that. I know, not you, but society does.
I mean,
not
for nothing, but when it comes to like the male-female like interaction in terms of a relationship, their job for what we want out of them is kind of at first to just be an object.
At first.
Like, don't objectify a woman in the sense that you make them uncomfortable or you say some like wild like sexual shit, I guess. But like I don't know. It's
when
like,
you think about it, that's totally true, because
all we need for you
Victoria's
is to be
Secret's whole shtick is like the desire, the fantasy, the da-da-da-da-da, like the mystical thing that is sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's their whole advertisement.
Well, yeah, and that's how they spice it up to entice you women to buy it.
Right.
And to be honest, those women are too thin.
Thank you. I was waiting for someone else to say
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Every time I see them, I'm like, someone give that girl a cheeseburger.
You ever watch them training videos where they put on a vest and fucking leggings?
Yo.
You are looking at a skeleton working out. You're like, what the fuck?
See, I have a rule about thongs. Your butt cheeks are supposed to swallow them. You know what I mean? Like you can't put it on and then see thong. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like panties. The string is supposed to disappear. You know what I mean? Which means you must have enough fat on your body for the string to disappear.
If you got book butt, don't be wearing a thong.
You know what I'm saying? They make undies for those. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma panties.
Yeah.
That'll shape your flat ass.
Like,
if you got a
ladies.
flat pancake ass, that'll shape it all.
Ladies, think about it this way. Not every guy, like, there are guys out there wearing G-strings, and some of them shouldn't be wearing it either. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, this is for everybody. I mean, there are guys out there trying to fit into a Magnum. There are guys out there trying to fit into a Magnum. No, bro, you need the little red pack or whatever that is. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stay, like, you know, shoot at your level.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's gonna be worse? Like, you know, the fact that you're wearing a smaller condom, or if you have to keep adjusting because they're too big of a condom is like.
Or the condom doesn't serve its purpose because it slides the fuck off, and now you lose it.
Now you go fucking finger fishing for a condom.
It's the fucking worst feeling in the world.
I am so sorry.
Because then you have to like worry
Look how
if it.
scarred she looks.
No,
right?
for real. Because I've had to fish one out before, and like it's horrible. Because then you're like, fuck, did it break? Fuck, is my nail gonna break it? Like,
did it spill?
It broke,
I mean,
obviously.
no, I mean,
That's
like,
why I had to fish it out.
It might not break, but some of it could get on the inside.
Exactly.
Now,
Well,
it's not a sealed package. It's not a sealed package
no,
anymore.
like I don't want to get into details, but like it's just it wasn't a good time. It wasn't.
Shit.
It's never a good time.
I can imagine.
Women don't like that.
man.
Women don't like that, doctor.
I don't think anybody like that. I don't think a gay,
No.
That's why
I don't
here,
think a gay guy would
and that's why here at
appreciate that
Kingz we are anti-condom.
That's not true.
That's not what. No, I'm definitely pro condom. If you ever catch me,
not
like
true.
no, condoms are a must. They're a must because I want to.
We are just pro Blue Chew.
I'm pro anything that allows you to fuck. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
if you look at the price for Plan B, you would go for condoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
If you look at the price for a child
see, that's what you would think. But like me working
or an
in-
abortion, it's your choice. It's your
people also
body.
just need to have better pull-out game.
Me working in retail, people go through a lot more Plan B
Oh, I believe
than
it.
they do condoms. A lot more, and it's about you get a pack of like 36 for about $50. You get Plan B for about $50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
Like,
Wild,
like
dude.
you literally, like
I know how much it costs.
that's ridiculous. Oh,
I told you that story.
you freewheeler.
The scummiest thing I've ever done was to date 2 girls in one night. I paid for both of their flights.
Savage.
One girl came over, then she left. An hour later, this other one texted me, and I was like, let's let it ride.
And people wonder why people don't like him.
Then tell the women to stop enabling me by sliding into my DMs.
So, Carl, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Have you found it? So, like, you
Cut
being
the shit, ladies.
No, don't cut the shit. It's fine.
you let me no. I want to make this. Let's go a little bit racial with this episode.
Do it. I
Racial
bet
and
you won't.
relationships.
I bet you won't.
Fuck you, nigga. So like, all right. So you grew up most of your life in China, right?
Yes.
How was your interaction with women back there?
What do you mean?
Like, were you good at interactions back there? Was it a different interaction between women there and the women here? I mean, culturally, it must be
Not much different. I mean,
Really?
women, you know.
No,
Patrice had this thing, and I quote, "Women are goofy."
True. But he also said you can hunt white women with nuts in your hand, but like you need.
Yeah, the little things are
you like a-
different, but in general, you know, they're goofy, and you just have to be confident in whatever you gotta be and to get it.
And being goofy is fucking fun.
And to
you know what
prove
I mean?
your and Patrice's point, I get hot women. That's why y'all are goofy, because based on how you all react to how I am, I should get nobody ever.
Facts.
But honestly, too, it's like me as a witness. I've fucking seen you be a gentleman.
If
you know
I was
what
a
mean?
woman, I wouldn't give me any pussy.
Oh, at first.
At first, if you hang around him for long enough, you can't keep up the facade.
Yeah, it took a while.
You can't keep up the facade.
Took
for
a
that long.
I
while.
ain't no facade. Ask this bitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's too nice. But none of you will ever know. 'Cause none of you take.
I am not nice.
But anyways, what? So since they're all goofy, I feel like you found it pretty. How active were you dating in China? How young were you even? When did you move here?
Well, I moved here when I was 17.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think you told us that last time. I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to refresh.
Yeah,
the
yeah. I'm just
crowd,
remembering.
like-
I'm just recapping in my
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
And and I went back, in between, summer break, and I was actively doing a lot of shit, trying,
Like what?
trying to get this girl I was having a crush on.
Yeah. What were you
and
doing?
trying to practice, picking up just strange women in the street,
Okay.
I was
Just
in the
say
club.
women in general. Strange women.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Women.
person I
Strangers.
don't know.
Yeah, strangers. There we go.
And, in the club, dancing and all the shit, just, yeah.
Shooting the shot.
All right. Let me ask you this.
He's out here.
What's your
He's
favorite dance
gangster.
move? You said you're out in the clubs dancing and shit.
Well, that's the easiest one. You just have to dance. You don't even have to talk.
Fair. How's
You
your-
can just dance that shit like to the
Do you have a
bed.
drop for him? Like, holy shit.
We're gonna make one. I can
Yeah.
goddamn tell you that.
Dr. She.
Literally. You can just find the hottest one who's enjoying dancing and nobody is dancing with her, and you just go up there and dance with her. Just imitate her move first, and then you start with some random moves, and she's gonna imitate you, and you're gonna have this vibe between you two, and everybody in the room knows, okay, these two are fucking tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's how you just dance when she's tired, and then you go out for a smoke or whatever. Just
The funniest is like when you'll be dancing and they're like, if there were like Karizmatik over there and you're like, look this way for a minute or so, and you look back and they're like a couple steps closer and you're like, oh yeah, this is happening.
It's like, we're right next to each other.
Like,
All
oh,
right,
okay,
all
I
right.
see where this is going.
Okay, so you prefer to go? I
oh,
mean,
thanks, man.
if trying to pick up a girl, you prefer to do it in the club then, while dancing and.
Yeah, because to be honest, I don't like the game.
Yeah,
I've studied the
It's
game.
exhausting.
it's
It-
tiresome.
It is exhausting, so I prefer the concept of prostitution much better.
No, it makes
I
sense.
fucking,
No,
I
like-
will, if I ever make money, I will pay for you to be a doctor just so you can be my doctor.
Because that's basically what we want.
Yeah.
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 And paying for it is the least amount of effort I
Yes.
can pay. And also, it's fair. I
It
mean, 'cause
is.
you pick
You've
your
made a deal.
profession.
They
yeah.
have an amazing system, I believe, in Europe, or at least in Amsterdam, like where
Yeah.
you have to have there's a certain criteria that you have to like apply for a license
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do that, and
Yes.
and like it's a business, and although people don't believe that is like sex work is a business, it is,
Yeah.
and like it will reduce so many issues if some people can just jerk, just
I
get
mean,
themselves jerked
I
off and shit.
honestly think it would. Like demonizing it, I think takes away from like, yeah, it's not for everybody, but just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for someone else.
Jesus was friends
Yeah.
with a whore.
If I could get paid off my dick, I can, and I do.
And like,
And if I was a woman, if I could get paid to use my pussy, I absolutely would. What are you talking about? Use what you have.
is life so easy
If
for
you
you
want
that you
to,
couldn't?
that's not all you can do. But if you wanna,
If is
Yeah.
life so simple for you that you this is not a decision you've had to make in your life, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm happy for you. But this is a decision that some people have to make.
and here's the
You know what I'm
other
saying?
thing is
or
that
or actually choose to do.
some people, I think the stigma is like people don't think that they have anything else to offer, and like
That's not
that's
the case.
not the case. A lot of the times these women are like, I have so much more to offer. This is so easy for me to do.
Yes.
Yep.
And same thing with men. They're male prostitutes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
You know what I
There-
mean?
Irish has a friend who basically he's a guy and he has a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
He's not gay.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It's like I'm not making
Yeah.
such an easy living.
My friend doesn't have to do anything sexual. He has this one older gay guy who literally pays my friend to like demean and dominate and talk down to him verbally. He doesn't like the most involved he's ever had to be was the guy bought a pair of shoes for Uncle Ben. He had to. Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. Whoops. Whatever. Edit.
spoke about
Just
it.
kidding. He had to, the guy sent him a pair of shoes that I think he had to wear for like a week or two. And then he had to jerk off on them, and then like leave him in a room for the guy or something like that.
I can totally do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like, oh hey, like
Why
cool, thanks.
not?
Here's $800 or like some shit like that. Where you're like,
It's fucking
abso-fucking-lutely.
rent
Are
for
you
a
kidding?
month.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And by the way, no millennial should be sticking their nose up to that. Nobody's in a
Yeah,
position.
no-
And if you are, that's your privilege.
No. If you're in that position, get off OnlyFans. You're still pimping yourself.
Yeah.
You're still pimping yourself.
You know, get off YouTube, get off OnlyFans, get off. You're still pimping
Yeah,
yourself. You're still
OnlyFans
pimping
is just your pimp.
yourself. Yep. Or YouTube is just your pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Daddy OnlyFans. Can I
Yup.
get some money?
Or just dot fans or any of them. Like
Yeah, any of that horse shit. It's circumventing prostitution, which is fine. I mean, just make prostitution legal.
Yeah.
For everywhere. Like, who gives a shit?
So
Regulate it.
have you had experience with prostitutes in the past?
Nah, I would love to, but
Dang.
oh.
I found my girlfriend like
Yeah.
after that, like nothing ever.
That's usually when you find them. Yep.
Yep.
Right when you're like, oh, I'm not below this, and then you run into a girl that's like, hey, like,
Yeah.
oh, shit. It's like I was just about to be dicking shit down everywhere.
Oh yeah.
The fuck?
My skill set was pretty mature at the time. I was about to have a good
What's up
life
in
you
8
know?
different languages. You know what I'm saying? You could have macked on any bitch. You know what I mean?
Is that if like girlfriend aside and like I don't want to be disrespectful to her or anything, but like would that be a bucket list item in the past, like the way that you thought before her?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'd say
I
would
feel
do-
like
I would do it
all
for the
guys would
story.
say that
Yeah.
too. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Fuck a prostitute.
Gathering
Find a
data.
hot one. Why not?
I mean,
Because when I was practicing, right,
Yeah.
picking up girls, women, whatever, I find it's boring to tell the same jokes twice.
Yeah.
And you're basically doing the same tricks over and over
That's
again.
what people do online.
And that's
But
boring.
at the same time, it's kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street thing. It's like, hey, this is the sale pitch. Like,
Yeah.
it works.
So
Believe
you
in it.
feel like you have to like you want to
It's
change
stupid.
it up.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta kind of like cater it a little differently for each girl. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's like
Yeah.
when we always talk about the whole hunting and like different types of ammo. It's like if you try to go at a bear with like rabbit ammo, it's not gonna go well. Conversely, if you take bear ammo and try and hunt a rabbit, you're gonna fucking horrify it.
I mean that depends. That depends because I mean, you know, Ronaldo or whatever has apparently fucked with some of the most like the highest number of women in the world or something. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't do that unless you have a very very easy strategy.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's
And he
hot
plays
as hell.
soccer.
All
What
I'm
do you
saying,
mean?
All I'm saying is that some people just don't need any ammo.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
He-
That's
he
fair.
doesn't-
Sometimes the fish jumps on the boat.
Yes.
Apparently, he
Yeah,
gets
For
dominant.
some
like many
men,
celebrities.
they're just catching fish, like
Yo,
overfishing.
like- yo, but
Yeah.
my thing is this: how like either they're like with just getting that many fish just off rip, your sex game is either terrible or amazing.
Yeah.
Just on volume.
It's amazing.
You would
On
know.
average.
Didn't
So, some
A-Rod
people don't
send
learn.
like gift baskets?
I think so.
See,
I think
if you send gift baskets, if you provide good dick, there's no reason for a gift basket. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
there's
maybe
no
he
reason.
maybe he just had a good mother that raised him right. I don't know.
Then you eat the box for longer. Like I don't like you don't need a gift basket.
Hey, thanks. I had a good time. Here's a little something for you.
Imagine J-Lo getting a gift basket from
That means he didn't eat that ass. That's a big old. That means he didn't. That means he didn't crack the pie open.
mean, let's-
He didn't. He
Let's be honest.
wasn't shoveling. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be
Like,
honest. If you're pocketing J-Lo and you're not eating her ass, what are you doing?
Jesus.
You are
I
wasting
wonder
your
what
life.
It's like to date
J-Lo, the whole
I can tell you.
her
I can
whole
tell you-
allure is her ass.
No, I want Carl to
No,
tell us.
she's a beautiful.
I want Carl to
I
tell
know,
us what it's like to date
let's be
J-Lo.
honest. How the ass is ridiculous and still is, and she's like 60.
So
I'm
She's
not that
50.
into ass, so I'm not that into ass, so
hold on. What are you into?
Boobies?
No, hold on.
I ain't gonna
Let
say
me
that.
answer.
Okay. Legs.
Legs?
Yes.
Okay, so cause the reason I wanted you to answer so badly is because I like most Asian guys that have asked this question, it wasn't boob or ass.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I literally think that's because like
Because we're conservative. No, I'm kidding. Just
I do not think it's that because have you seen the Japanese? like have you seen Japanese?
Is
porn?
that where like hentai comes from?
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
from like liking lots of legs.
hentai comes from Arkansas.
no,
I don't know.
Like I mean,
I don't watch hentai.
like
Oh, you've never checked out some hentai? It's wild.
I mean,
Oh, I haven't.
I think it's because like Asian women theoretically, well, usually aren't just like that's not their endowment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, probably.
Do you think that could be why at all? Like drop dead pretty, but like they're not known for their tits, they're not known for their ass or things like that. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe your statistics need to be
Well,
updated.
maybe I just need to go to China.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Maybe I just need because like I'm judging. Actually, you're right. I'm judging you on like what you guys are 1% of America, but
Yes.
like almost 30% of the world. Like, and I'm judging. I'm judging. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You got that. My numbers are fucked.
I know a lot of people who likes booze. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to ask even more of you. Can you introduce me to more of your Asian guy friends? I have a lot, but mine are just not giving me the right answers. So,
mine are all in China. So
mine are in like Fields Corner, so they're a little closer. But like,
cool.
I think it's funny for me personally that like, you know, we were talking about like guys when they have that ability where there's like certain like women just like they don't even have to try. The only type of woman that like or like demographic I don't have to try with is like in my experience has been Asian women. Like they literally like jump on the boat for me.
I mean,
That's the white privilege. That's the exact definition of white privilege.
Yep, getting Asian pussy too easily. Like that's it.
Like it's unfair how
God.
easy it's been.
If I see you in China doing that, shit, I'll punch you in the face.
Yo,
Just saying.
honestly, like it's kind of interesting.
I'll
'cause, like,
punch the girl in the face too.
That's equality.
Equality.
Shame.
See, like just the opposite. That's one of the harder like people for me to get
Really?
play from. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because they see Blackzilla. I mean, come on.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes into it, honestly. Because, I mean, even Africans, the only thing they know about Black Americans is via TV, and that doesn't do too well most of the time. So,
That's fair.
yeah, no. I think there's some underlying tones that may, like, I don't know, I have no play with them. I get, like, the look every, like, 200 tries. It's really bad. For you guys' number, it's really bad. There's a lot of y'all, and I can't get any play. I'm sorry. I'm sounding really, really sad over here. I like Asian women.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm playing the world's smallest violin.
Yeah,
No,
what's
man,
happening?
I like Asian
Yeah.
women. They're cool. I like them. Like I don't want them
You
to
just
like
have
me.
to go there. You just have to.
Yeah.
Word. I'll go to Asia.
Yeah.
Not with you. He'll take all my fucking play.
Oh, totally.
Yes. Oh, look at this pretty white boy. Like, come on now.
It's just sweeping up in China.
I'll be like the Pied Piper.
That includes children. That Pied Piper did children,
No, it was mice.
and then children.
You get the effect I was going
I'm
for.
just saying. Like, you probably do. As a white guy, you probably stay clear of that one.
They'll be entranced. That was the.
And trans children, don't play it. Oh, but where was I going? Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, what do you have you? What is your? You met your girlfriend pretty early on, or so you really didn't have an
Some dead
opportunity
inside.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That happens. I was gonna say damn. Have you made it around the board? I'm trying to be like creative in the way I ask the question. How many different people have you fucked?
Different people?
Yes.
Not many.
That's fair. That's fair. So most of your experience has been built up recently?
A couple years ago, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And what would you say? Like, would you say that like, well, you guys are having a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
How does that play into you guys' relationship? It being so estranged for such long periods of time. Where do you
It is
guys?
long.
Because like I find it to be a very unifying act, especially like
Yeah, not everyone can do long distance.
Yeah, so like where's the key for you, especially without
I was just gonna say, like, what is like your advice for people who are in long distance relationships? Because clearly, like, well, there's 5 years, it seems, of hard work and success.
Yeah.
So, what is your take on that?
how do you keep the intimacy up?
Well, we, FaceTime, all the
Yeah.
time and whenever we can. And I punch the wall every week just to release the whatever that's built up in me.
Jerking off works better. Trust me on that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Did ask you punch
And
a
I'm
wall?
try-
Are you joking?
I would definitely punch a wall. Must be
Men
infuriating.
all punch the wall.
Oh my god!
Because we don't
It'd
have
be
a
infuriating.
sandbag. That's what we
That's
do.
so
like-
funny.
Yeah, well, I don't, because then I gotta replace that wall. I've learned that. I have a pretty rather big fist. I don't want to pay for that every time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I leave that to the white boys. They put their head through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the relationship is worth it.
My name's not Kyle.
Yes,
sorry.
because at this time, like, she's known me too well, and I know her. Like, we're basically one person.
Yeah.
We're just melting together to be one person. Like
happens.
that's just how it is. And if you take her out of my life, like, you just Just
really
like
know what's
blow
up.
a hole on my heart. Like just that's how it is. So,
Oh shit. That was dope, man. That was
but I'm
touching.
still thinking about future. You know, one day I might be famous and I'll get some free pussy. And I'll have to lie to keep this thing.
I mean, like at that point, should you have to lie or be like, look, there's so much free pussy being offered. Can I get like one or two every
I've
few
tried,
often?
I've tried
Like,
honesty,
you
but
gotta
honesty
barter.
doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it works before you get into the relationship, but after that, you need to lie.
I mean,
Do you need to
don't
lie?
need to. You could just go, look, how I feel now is that I would like to be able to get side pussy. Now, I understand that that may not have been what you signed up for, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's what I need out of this.
See, I disagree with the sentiment, but like I understand why that's the way that most people go that way because like you're trapped by your emotions in the relationship, but like you still kind of you definitely want to fuck.
Well, I'm just waiting for the VR stuff to be ready. You know,
man. Oh,
that's gonna
man.
be
I
wild.
feel
Yeah.
like it's here. Don't they have VR
Yeah,
porn
but it's
now?
it's not great.
It's not great now.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Yeah.
You ever tried the Google Cardboard thing? Strap the fucking box in your head, like
Yo, that
that's not good.
Yeah,
You used
that,
to
I
have
feel
one
like
of
that would
those.
throw off my jerk game, like with that big thing on my head.
No, no.
Well, it's like imagine masturbating blindfolded. I mean, that could be a thrill, but like still, it's basically what that is because you can't see.
Getting
the
your dick
VR
sucked
is in front of you.
blindfolded is awesome.
Yeah, well,
Jerking off, it has no effect. It's like jerking off in the dark.
well,
like,
that's
you're not
that's what
really-
basically VR is, right? It's like you have the goggles on, so you're basically anything around you that's actually could touch you, you're blind to.
Yeah, nah.
You know?
I would like if they could put like a stimulation thing on my
Yeah,
head
yeah.
instead of like this visual. I'd
yeah.
rather feel than like see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know that'd be a much bigger thing for me. Like
Yeah.
oh my god, I feel like getting my dick sucked. You put that thing on your head and it's like oh shit.
It's
oh,
gonna
shit,
be
you know
made
what I
in
mean?
China. That whatever they
It'd be
come
made
up
in
with.
Japan.
Sure.
It'd be made in Japan. Don't try and take this. Japan
Wow.
they are the freaky
The
shit capital.
disrespect.
They are the freaky shit capital. What freaky shit do y'all do?
Us,
Mm-hmm.
we learn from Japan.
do y'all have vending machines with panties in them?
No.
Exactly. You guys are so behind.
Wow.
Welcome to the 21st century, motherfucker. Vending machine panties.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Already used.
Wow.
Yep. Use panties.
All the
Yup.
time.
That's in Japan. And
heard
like
about
and
that.
he's gonna and you guys are gonna come up with that shit first? Fuck that. They probably already have it.
I mean, a lot of people probably thought it. Just Japan was like, let's do it.
Yeah, and they made it with Japanese steel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They only use Japanese shit and Japanese shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? Now you guys are gonna have to learn from that. You guys know y'all knock off everything. Like, come on now, y'all gonna have a knockoff shit. It's gonna be like you hit dick suck mode and your head just starts like someone starts sucking on your head or some shit. Like, China is known for the most knockoffs in the world. This is really true. I'm not
it?
making shit up. Yeah, because you guys for the longest time have not had a copyright law. So people, they're literally able to just copy designs made in the U.S. A lot of Asian I went to Malaysia and they didn't have one. They had a game station. It was a combination between what is it?
GameStop and
No,
Something else?
what was the GameCube and PlayStation?
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have like I'm speaking from experience. Like
Wild.
that's
That's
wild.
true experience though.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for validating. That's a true thing. It was a knockoff of the two of them. But you
Wow.
could like, bro. Do you
That's
guys know
wild.
that like the ESR code actually means something? You can't play a Europe video game in an American system. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. So like there's a lot of shit.
I
other
did
than
not know
like,
that.
That's the
but I
copyright
don't.
thing,
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
pay attention
and
to that shit.
they're- I think they're trying to work through a deal with Trump right now to get some, but like yeah, they haven't had any.
Yeah, you think they?
So then like
Dealing with him right
that's
now?
why
Just a
all
little
these fake
bit.
that's where all these fake Gucci come from because they don't have that law. They can legally make it in China and then as long as it gets here, they can sell it.
Yeah.
Gucci down to the
Yeah,
socks
yeah.
like I'm Biggie
I don't
Papa,
talk shit,
baby.
man. I talk accurate. I'm talking shit. I ain't here to mean anything. Africans be like Nigerians be emailing everybody, motherfucker. Like I ain't here to trash anybody. No, everybody has their own shit. I'm sure y'all get emails from a motherfucker named Uche all the goddamn time. Like I don't.
Don't you mean Paul?
No, that's too white. Like, my man would be Prince Uche Musumbu Musumba.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my
So,
God.
all right, what else? So, you punch a wall, you FaceTime. What other
That's
advice for
where
long
you gotta
distance people?
Do stuff for her to keep her calm and feel secure.
Like what?
Like, well, I buy her stuff sometimes, gifts
That makes her feel secure.
occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone has a different love language. That's for sure.
I want to go back to him being rich. How long into you being rich do you think jungle fever would take hold?
God damn it.
I gotta ask because everybody gets curious.
I don't know.
Everybody gets curious.
I don't
Everyone
know.
is curious. What the fuck?
I don't know, to be honest. I've never been rich, but I don't have much self-control. That's what I know.
Okay, so not that long, right? I mean,
So honest.
see.
I love this. I love this.
thank you. That's
Yeah.
We'll see.
Beautiful.
That's fair.
If a woman tries to force something on me, I ain't gonna fight back.
Right? That's it's
Oh no!
Like
No.
if you I ain't gonna do anything.
like when they make it that easy, you're like, it would be rude not to.
She was too strong.
I didn't want to disrespect her as a woman.
You know what I'm saying? That was disrespectful.
What am I to hurt her feelings and not fuck her?
Like that's why it's important for people to be honest. Girls,
It would be rude not to.
like ladies, we don't fuck out of love. We fuck out of fuck.
yes.
Yes, we fuck out of fuck.
That's very true.
Yes. Thank you, Ani.
No,
and
it
some of
is.
you guys understand. Some ladies understand right off rip. It's like, yeah, we fuck out of fuck too. I fucks with y'all.
No, but it's just like you can't take that at its surface level. Like you have to understand the context. You know what I mean? Like we say with everything else. So yes, you're correct.
Thank you.
I think.
She said I'm right.
Yeah,
I feel like there should be a drop for that.
Oh, we have 5 for me. That's enough.
You see how she counted just herself, and she said that's okay. Like, no, like you have more than me.
You
I
like
know,
how
that's
she
too
assumed the
many.
drop would be for her and not for you.
Yeah.
Wow. See what happens?
It's when I'm validating what he's saying
So
is the
selfish.
drop.
So
Is
selfish.
literally how he described
She's
it.
getting way too big for her britches. I don't like it.
Yo, man, and you're only like what 5'2"? Those gotta be
Listen,
some
I'm
small britches. How
5'3"
you-
now.
So she grew out of her britches. You see that? She was 5'2", and then she grew out of her britches. That's some good
I
thinking.
I did knock that other inch out.
Hey, am I taller now?
You give an extra inch, it really does wonders.
An extra few inches. Anyways, so do you think how does comedy play into like your relationship life at all? Like, do you use it to diffuse situations, or is it an attraction point for you, or is it kind of like a non-factor within your relationship?
I would say sometimes when I go out for shows, because a lot of time it would be 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And that could be some problems. She's like, oh, you're not here. But I'm like, well, you signed up for this.
Fair.
This is the contract. If I get famous, you will never have to work.
True.
So-
You'll still never be there. What do you want? Money? Do you want money?
I mean, if you don't have to work, you can go on tour.
True.
You know?
True. I mean,
Or you can work remote now. We're in post-Corona times.
yeah. Wives make bad groupies.
No. Sometimes, if they're honest, they can make great groupies. Look at Jay and Christine.
I'll give you that.
She's not even a groupie. She fucking kicks ass.
No, I know, but your girls is probably. I mean, a groupie is a diehard fan. If your girl's
Yeah,
your
of
girl
course.
is your groupie, like, come on, what is
Yeah.
better?
I guess.
Yeah, come on, G, come on.
That we were talking about, but that's okay.
Talks out of hand. But damn, I'm all.
Yeah, it's because I dropped some fucking knowledge on your ass.
So, do you think? Well, you said she's in the U.S. right now,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And this is talk back to our last episode. But she is still quite a bit away.
Yeah, she's in Ohio.
How often can you guys see each other now?
6 months or a year.
That's wait. You guys are like 6 hours away by train, right?
No, there's no train.
To go to Ohio.
Yes. So you either fly or drive.
Damn.
Wow. What's
Yeah.
wrong with Ohio? No why no trains? That's
I
very
don't know.
confusing.
I don't know. Why is there no train to Ohio?
That's so weird.
The fuck? They
Maybe
just not,
from Boston. I mean, you
Yeah,
could.
not from Boston though.
Oh, bro, like you almost broke my brain. I was like, yo, I swear the
No,
Chinese
you
built
just
the
high,
railroads
man. It's
everywhere in this
okay.
country, and they just skipped
It's
Ohio.
okay.
They don't like Ohio that bad.
Nah, it's okay.
Shit happened in Ohio.
Yo, they said no, we're not going there. Fuck that. Shit, man, that you had me very confused on that point. So like, you can't even like transfer trains to get there. Like, I don't know why I'm
It's
so
not
invested in
worth
you
it,
getting
dog.
it.
There's
Yeah,
too much
it's
time.
Not worth it.
You
I
could
wouldn't
just
think that's
fly.
worth it.
Boom. There. Couple
That's
hours.
far more expensive though.
Probably not. To switch trains?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
I guess. I don't know. I find it really cheap to travel by train, so I do.
Yeah,
quite a
maybe
bit.
like nearby in this
Yeah.
region of the New England.
Ohio's in the Midwest.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta switch trains.
Forget you, honey. I don't know what she's saying anymore.
Okay.
So let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about where you see yourself developing with your comedy.
Oh, cool.
Huh?
Oh, cool. Finally, a topic I know.
Wanted to get you out of there for a bit. So how long you been doing? Let's rehash some things. How long have you been doing comedy in Boston, or in general? First off,
In general, 4 years,
4 years in Boston.
1.5 or 2. I don't remember the details, but 1.5 or 2.
How have you seen your comedy develop so far?
So far,
As since you've been here, if you will,
since I've been here, I realized a lot of shit in Boston.
like
Like you just have to keep going up, even though a lot of mics are fucked up. You just have to keep going.
fucked up in which way though?
I mean, late,
Yeah, fair.
a lot of rules,
Yeah.
lottery ticket. You know,
Yeah.
the lottery, you don't know the order. You
People
can't even
cutting.
plan it. Yeah, people cutting, like not getting booked or recognized. You know, all that shit. You just have to keep going. Because I was being lazy at first.
Dude, how wild and arrogant is it that a local act gets a bump spot?
Yeah, I haven't really.
Oh, hello, like random king of the nobodies. Please jump ahead of the like.
No, I can understand when there are depressing circumstances for it, but like when you see it just consistently every single time, you just get to like. My question is why? Is it because there are other shows? Like, is it because those other people have shows? Like I do start to question that after a while. Why is it so?
I mean,
consistent?
I take note of that. I take note of those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the people that come to the mics and that use that privilege of like the bump spot or whatever just because they're seasoned or whatever they are. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking, okay, is that person like on any of these shows tonight? Is that why they need to immediately leave? Maybe
Yeah.
they just want to get a quick rep in to warm up or something. Like, sure, I get that.
Yeah.
But not at fucking like 10. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just get here earlier, dude.
We're
Like,
all
and if you
waiting
can't,
here.
then I don't know. It's just not fair. But
it's not.
That's just one part of it.
yeah,
Like mostly it's just being late.
Yeah.
Just being out there like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then you gotta get up early in the morning. It's just hard to balance. Because in China, if I try to catch like I can do 3 shows in 2 hours, and they're all like located together. You know?
Really?
I can get a bicycle or whatever easily get around. But here, like when I first started, you know, exploring the scene, it was like, what? You take 6 to 8 hours to do 2 mics? I'm like, what the hell? Like,
yeah.
I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking draining, man.
Yeah, it is very draining, and that's what I learned. Even though it's draining, you gotta keep doing it.
It's a stamina. You
Yeah.
know, it's like a muscle.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a marathon.
it is a stamina.
Can you
just
make
have
it?
To, yeah,
Eventually, you become a seasoned runner, but can you keep going? You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Well, that's why people drop off. That's why, you know, some people get annoyed with like the newer class of comedy than the more seasoned ones.
but it pays off because
Yeah.
now I'm, you know, right before the pandemic, I'm getting more shows and
Yeah.
booked
That's
and
awesome.
everything. Yeah, so.
Where do you see it developing? Do you see yourself staying in the Boston scene for a lot longer? Do you see yourself moving into like the New York scene or Cali scene? Where do you see yourself?
I think I'm
going
gonna
with
stay
it?
here for longer.
How much
Yeah.
longer? And how do you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Is that because
How
of
does it-
comedy or because of like jobs outside comedy?
Jobs outside comedy. Yeah.
So do you kind of feel tied to Boston for now?
Not like tied or emotionally like tied to Boston or anything. I
Like,
just gotta do
Financially.
comedy in America.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you could do that job here
Mm-hmm.
in any others, like take that aside and you can do it anywhere, like
Mm-hmm.
would you stick to the Boston comedy scene or would you go elsewhere?
I think I'd stick with the Boston scene. I mean, New York would be a better, you know, place
Yeah.
to try out stuff and do comedy, but I think the scene is
Yeah.
decent,
Yeah.
you know, for you to, you know, develop. around here.
I found it like when I started like a big hug. I always talk about the story like when I met you like at one of the first mics that I did. Like it was very welcoming at first.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like people talk of comedy as a safe space, but then get mad when people make difficult jokes. Like I thought it's a safe space all around. Like this is the spot for us to be artists, and being an artist is not an easy thing. Nothing comes without flaws.
Isn't
you know what
that
I'm
the
saying?
whole like Boston comedy? Like, isn't that what they're famous for? Is like the grimy, like those kinds of jokes, like dirty shit.
How are you supposed to make a real life joke if you're not touching upon some dirt?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Like, the word that we use the word faggot as a throw around out here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't exactly mean it against gay people, but like we also use the word retarded. We use it's part of the Boston culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like we don't inherently mean it to hurt your feelings. Does it add flavor to the joke? Yes, it may.
Yeah, we've
It just
developed as a society to know that it's wrong and to put it in a joke in the right room is like funny.
Yeah,
I
mean,
know
you should
know
be
your
able to-
demo.
If you're at a comedy show, you should be able to put it in the room. They should understand it's a joke off the top.
Yeah.
You're at a comedy show.
Yeah.
That's like going into math class expecting not to be taught any math. Fuck you. Where the fuck are you right now?
Yeah, yeah,
That's what the hecklers think.
yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
what the fuck, man? And then you start making so like a comic the other day made a joke to me on Facebook, or that's how I took it. So I made a joke back and they blocked me. And this is a person that's been a comic for a long time. Are we comics? Are we comics? If we're that sensitive, are we comics? Can we call ourselves comics and be that sensitive? How can we not take words but be wordsmiths?
Well, people are bitches in general. It doesn't matter. Like, I totally get why people are offended.
Like,
like, listen, so, like, before I didn't know why people are offended by jokes, right? These are jokes. Until I hear comics talk about Chinese people. My attitude changed immediately. Immediately. I'm like, this shit better be funny.
Yeah.
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 And then, you know, they do the stereotypical, you know, the saying. And then you're like, okay, that's not very funny. So,
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
but I totally get why people are offended. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, why they're offended, but like you didn't go in there and be like, all right. You went in there and be like, it better be funny. You gave it a chance.
Yeah.
You didn't find it funny. You didn't go up after and be like, hey, you shouldn't do that joke anymore.
Yeah.
Like, no, maybe you walk and be like, maybe these are ways you can make it better. You know what I'm saying?
That's what an open mic is literally for,
Yes.
to practice.
Yes.
That's not what a show is for. You do your show jokes at a show.
Yeah, the
You
ones
know?
that are ready. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But no, like, is it like it better be funny? And I think that like it better actually show perspective, because if you're going to be speaking outside of what you are, you better show some insight into what they are, you know, for them to at least bond with you over that. It can't just be, oh, this is the way I see you, you know, like, no. Create a common ground and then move from there. Once everybody's like, oh, they understand, you can go on a freaking tirade.
So I have a question about hecklers. Do you have hecklers?
I've had hecklers.
How do you deal with them?
Well, I didn't have a lot of hecklers.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what's your like best story about dealing with a heckler, I guess?
best story. There was
Like-
one like lady who was kept talking back to me over the shows. It's like she's trying to argue with me. Like I'm putting out a point and she's like trying to argue with me all the time.
White
So
women, man.
Was
Yes.
she white?
They're
exactly.
the fucking devil.
And I forgot how I did it at the time, but it was something like, you know, this is comedy, right?
Yeah.
Like, were you trying to argue with me? Like, you know, sometimes I just say, "Shut up, please." You know, that quiet them down. That's a
Shut
quick
up,
one.
please.
I like that one. So
I usually try to banter a little bit. Like sometimes I take it as a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so you think you're funny, huh?
How do
yeah.
people respond to that? Charismatic.
Usually pretty good. I'm a pretty nice guy, especially on the first approach. It's like, so if we're making jokes and you're not annoying yet, it's gonna be quite fun. I'm gonna literally pick you into the joke and we can play around a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back to my shit. As long as like I'm allowed to continue doing my jokes, like you can pop in every once in a while. I don't give a
Yeah.
damn. I might even call you right back out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
but you have to understand, like they're here to see me at this point. Like I don't mind as a comic. I feel like I should be quick enough or agile enough
Yes.
to make something out of that. It shouldn't inherently be like, oh my God, he stopped my brain.
No.
Like, I'm a professional. Let me treat this as a professional. Like,
Yep.
okay, sit down, little boy.
Yep.
I'm making daddy jokes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like hit him with some sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's
you know,
what
whether it's
professionals do.
Szechuan or some teriyaki. You know what I mean? Hit him with that sauce.
Have you done any roast battles?
Yes.
How'd it go?
I think I only did like 1 round or 2 rounds. Like they were back and forth.
Dang.
I
I
think that
want
was
you
a-
to roast the fuck out of someone. Do it up, Doc.
Well, we had a roast, like not a competition, but
Yeah.
a Comedy Central roast kind of thing. We're roasting one person.
Okay.
Oh,
And
shit.
that was fun. Yeah.
Who was the person? Can you say?
Well, that was back in the Beijing comedy scene. That was
Ah,
the
that's
English
kinda- that's
comedy
funny,
there.
though.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Culturally, do you have to, can you still venture? Like, can you be disrespectful? Is that against the rules or something?
No, you can still like
can
make
still-
jokes.
That you see. Can you,
Yeah.
people, so like for a long time, dunking was seen as disrespectful. Is that still?
Yes.
But you
well,
can make
for
mean
some
jokes?
people,
But you can make mean jokes. You can't.
you
dunk,
can make mean jokes.
but you shouldn't
the
dunk the ball.
the baseline is different. The bottom line is different. You know, like I said something wrong here.
Yeah.
You know, offend people, but I know the exact same shit wouldn't like do anything to in the Chinese.
Is your-
What you
What's
thinking?
going on, dude?
What you think?
You okay?
Yeah.
I have to admit, he confused me a little bit.
It's just for certain things, like people have different reactions.
So is there a no realm when you do like, so like in China, is there a no-go zone as far as comedy goes over there?
I would say politics, but that's like how the country force it on you.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
like people's. Well, they're always, you know, hecklers and everything.
Yeah.
So not as tense as in America.
All right,
Yeah.
right. That's what I was wondering. Are you free enough to make jokes? Because out
Yes.
here, like, I feel like some people, like, if they go to make a joke and their butt cheeks are so tight
Yes.
because they're afraid of the reaction. Like, come on, man. Are you here to laugh or not?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you're saying it's more of a laughing climate, or is the climate's a lot more apt for laughter?
It's more for laughter.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So that you can venture a little bit more. You can make a little bit more fun of people. So, like, you see a fat guy that's a
For
little ugly, you
example.
can call him a fat, ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, for example, I said this wrong thing at a show, and I opened with it. So before me, there was a female comic. Now
Yeah.
I totally understand where I fucked up. But back then, you know, a female comic was before me,
Yeah.
and I thought she was hot. So you guys already know how this is going to go. So I went up on stage, and I said the comic before me was too hot. I didn't pay attention to the jokes or whatever. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. That's a no here.
But
you
don't
can-
say it out loud.
Do
You
women,
can, you can
do
do
women
it
like
in,
that,
you can
Carl?
you can do it in China. That's what I'm trying to say.
So that went very well then.
People laughed for that punchline, and then just they built an invisible wall for the next 5
sucks.
minutes, and I died like just
Oh,
Shit.
no.
yeah.
So sexism does not work in China either, right?
It's picking up now because people are getting Twitter and all this information like
Gotcha.
people are picking up on those things.
Yeah.
So they're picking up on the American no system.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the last bastion's done for.
Come on, guys, come on. It's not fair. Yeah, but like I've seen I asked that question because like I've watched some like comedy shows in like Africa, and like let's say like even if it's a roast show, there are some people that are just too big for you to make jokes about, and I've never really
okay.
enjoyed that.
I
Yeah.
disagree.
You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
that.
Like I wouldn't feel comfortable being over there. Why am I here? Like y'all don't want to laugh.
Yeah.
Y'all want to be here to be treated seriously. Like I'm not here to be here to acknowledge how big of a man you are. Like we're here for jokes. Can you take one or not? And so like that's why I asked, because there are
Yeah.
different climates for comedy all over. I heard in India it's pretty pro laughter. You can pretty much get away with everything right now because comedy's so
Cool.
new in the scene over there, and so it's pretty liberal and people are taking a lot of chances with their comedy. And so I think that's an excellent climate. But I mean, if they're taking cues from here, I mean it's gonna drown pretty soon.
Yep. That's sadly, that's where we are.
Oh man. So
Did you run out of topics?
no, I was actually winding down. I was gonna say that it's probably
We've
a
been
good
talking
time.
for actually about an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna wind down and be like, yeah, I think this is a good time to probably wrap because I was running out. Had planned it perfectly. Topics
Really?
done, okay.
I have so much more to It's okay. We'll get him next time. He's coming back again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys said you had something to do.
No.
So
Yeah. Well, we have SDC after this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got some clips that
Yeah.
boy oh boy.
So I want to thank you guys for joining us for another installment of the Kingz Podcast. Got my man Dr. Shit, or is it G? Shit.
Yep.
In the house. I want to say it his way. So signing off, your boy Karizmatik.
Irish O'Neal.
Ani Moush.
There's Carl.
Shit. Thank you guys.
Welcome to the gangbang dungeon. Shit ain't safe. If your chain hang, the jailers gon' snatch it. Even the warden stay straight thuggin'. White boys bloodin'. Black CIA agents corrupted. Flying cocaine planes hustling. Banks stay smuggling funds from the public for the turf war against Arabs with AKs bussin'. Oil fields flooded. Block boys searching for ways out. Rapping the kid they name buzzin'. Confederate flag rhetoric terrorizes minds of an awkward white young and KKK loves it. Shit is disgusting. Are you sure this the